Howdy, welcome to Ryder Works Voice. Today I am running through a list of exercises that actors can use to warm up their voices quickly. It's not a complete warm up, nor is it a complete workout. What I'm planning to do is just run through a series of exercises that I recommend actors consider, especially when working outdoors. This is specifically designed for outdoor theater. If you're not familiar with the exercises, we can talk about that. I probably have some other videos that maybe go into them in a little bit more detail. All of these things, as I said, I'm going to go through really quickly. I will invite you to extend the time and effort that you put into the work. I recommend, if you're doing a daily practice, I would say at least a half hour on a daily practice, which includes a range of things: cardio, stretching, vocal work, breath exercises, anything that contributes to the release of tension in the body. So a free and unencumbered instrument, a strengthening of stamina and capacity of the breath system, release of tension in the vocal mechanism, and accessing all of the range and resonance of the voice, and then articulation exercises as well. So half hour I recommend for all actors as a daily practice. If you do it regularly, you can do a 15-minute warm-up or even less. Singing is also a great vocal warm-up. If you're driving to set or you're driving to your rehearsal, put on show tunes I like, because you get some extended lyrical opportunities to use your breath and to extend your voice. And also, if you're listening to a professional, they probably have some pretty good breath phrasing and have breath capacity. And so if you can match that without pushing or going beyond what is good for you, then that's a great way to warm up the voice, okay? So let's just start with some body exercises. One of my favorites and go-tos is just a simple arm swing. So maybe take a little widened stance here. At some point I'm going to cut to the floor. I'll show you some exercises on the floor, but just take a nice comfortable stance, maybe like you're pitching a softball, and just swing the arms. Just nice and loose. Check where your breath is. You can see I have my hand on my abdomen. As you do these exercises, also make sure that you're breathing. And so this just opens up, gets some breath going, gives you some energy, opens up the shoulder socket, and then the other side. We don't want it to feel left out. So just give yourself some arm swings there, and you can just put some energy into it if you want and have a lot of fun with it. And then when you're ready, double arm swings, and then lift up to the heavens. And just check where your shoulders are. You want to be a little bit forward in the energy here. You can do back. It's great for a stretch. Stretch out the back if you want. You can do forward. We're going to get to a little opening up the rib cage in a minute. But this is just a great way to open up the chakras, the sternum, the whole thoracic cavity, and just allow that to fall into place. You don't want to put it into place if you have a habitual back. Sometimes guys have a tendency to walk around like this. Women may be closed off. What you want to do is just remember that your skeleton, if you can imagine if you're in the doctor's office or a medical facility, they have a lot of skeletons around, right? They're just hanging loosely, tall in their spine, lifted up by the cord up to the heavens, and then grounded down to the earth, although they're usually dangling. But our idea here is that we're grounded on the earth, and our energy is both being, we have energy into the earth and also lifted up in the heavens. So just one more time, show you what that looks like. Call this the Da Vinci person. I think I have another video on that. And just let that go. Okay, so now you're just warming that up. Give yourself a little hula. Can you see that? Just move those hips around. Do a little shake out of the legs. If you're familiar with the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I almost fell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3. You go through that exercise. That's just a great way to warm up. Here, check to make sure that you don't have any locks. You can twist. We always love a nice twist. We don't twist enough in our lives usually, so throw that in there. Give yourself, check your neck here. See, a lot of people hold tension in the back of their necks, their lower backs, and their pelvis area. So just give yourself a nice massage here. And while you got your hands up here, you might as well work the jaw. Give that a nice little massage there and play with that. Be gentle with yourself. I'm probably being a little too rough here, but just nice. You can bury your palms right here into this space between your upper and lower. And just let that rest. Pull the tension out there. Great, okay. Maybe into the sinus and into the forehead a little. Give yourself a nice little rub and just wake all that up. Yeah. Great. Okay, and so and then whatever you need for your body. Check. There's habitual locks in our ankles and our knees, around our hips, around here. You just want to, when you begin anything, you just want to release that, release this. You know, it's your instrument. You want your instrument as an actor to be free and being able to move in any direction wherever the story or the text takes you. Okay, so that's the first thing, just with body. Now let's just focus on creating some breath capacity. Give yourself a nice hug. It's always nice to be hugged. So that just opens up the back here, back of the rib cage. So you can do that. And I'm gonna get down. You can see me, I'll drop off camera, but if you get into a little sumo squat, I'll show you in a minute. That's also a nice way to begin to get the breath down and open up the back and the ribs. And a nice side, get that side rib open, tap, tap, tap. I've seen people do that. Not sure I fully understood it, but it's not terrible. Let's do it. Wake that all up. Side of the rib cage, maybe reach out to at an angle so you can open up that there. And the other side here, what we do to one side, we want to do to the other, trying to keep in balance. There, yeah, we talked that you can pull on your arm if you want, back and forth, twist, open that up. Check your breath now, right? See, we do stuff, sometimes we have a tendency to then, we forget to breathe and not helpful. I'll just say that. We always want to make sure that we have a full, deeply engaged breath. So put your hand here. I'm a little off camera. Lower abdomen. Maybe if you'll just indulge me for a second, I'll just give a little bit more view, less head space here. Very shiny looking today. I don't know why. I need some powder. And just check. Close your eyes for a second. Maybe breathe in through the nose and fill up. And whenever you're ready, release on an S as far as you can without pushing. You don't want any tension to, you don't want to go beyond what your capacity is, so you don't want to create any tension in the vocal mechanism. And do it again. And that's just one way. You can set a timer if you want. If you want to create some endurance, like working out, you do 5 reps one day, 6 reps the next, 7, you do the same thing. Maybe you're at 10 seconds or 12 seconds or 15 seconds the first time you do it. The next day, maybe you get a little bit further. Again, don't push yourself, but Just getting close to the end there. One thing I forgot to mention is presence and connection. I always like to do these exercises thinking about something or someone outside of myself. So I'm working, this is second circle presence, we call it, but I'm working from the inside and noticing what's happening within, but I'm also bringing it out, right? As actors, we are engaging outside of ourselves a lot of the time, trying to affect our targets or our scene partners outside, right? We're trying to elicit a response or get them to do something. So I'm always encouraged when you're warming up to always think about outside of yourself, right? So one more time. Find a pace just slightly above our eye line, just like in a little arc. Imagine your sound just gently going out on an arc. Okay, so now let's see. Okay, and so this is a little debatable whether we do this one before we do some articulation and voice work or after, but I'll just throw it in here because it's really about breath and about recovery. And if you're doing Shakespeare, you need a lot of breath, especially if you're doing outdoor Shakespeare. And then a lot of recovery. You're going to have to recover quickly because you want to get to the next thought, not put in pauses or extra space in the iambic if it doesn't belong there. So we do this exercise. Ready? It's 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now we're going down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I lost count. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1. You get the idea, right? So it's breath, extension of thought. Get up to, I've been in groups of actors where I think we've gotten up to 30 sometimes. There's some people in the room, not everybody. Don't force yourself. As I said, don't push yourself. Just try to work up to that, right? You go work up, just like the shakeout, you work up and then you come back down, all right? So let's focus. That's enough for breath right now. Let's just focus a little bit on voice. I always like to do this first thing in the morning, and certainly before you start any vigorous vocal workout, just a light humming. Change pitch. Don't collapse down on the vocal cords as you do that. Think up. When you're going down vocally, always think up. Bouncing all over the pitch there, right? So then down and up. When you feel like your vocal cords are warmed, you can go. All right, so that's how we start. And then a little bit, I like to go, nyan, 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 nyan. So that, especially for outdoors, that's gonna start getting us a little bit forward, using our hard and soft palates, getting our soft palates to work out in our hard palate. Nyan, 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 nyan. Nyan, 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 nyan. Oh, don't do that. That was a little pitchy. Don't worry about that. Yeah, 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 yeah. All right, so we're going to want to use our voice outdoors again. We're going to want to put it a little forward in the mask, typically, because you got to make sure that your voice is bouncing off as many resonators as you can. So for those singers, you're going to have chest and head voice. You're going to want to do a little mix here, especially in outdoors. And I didn't mention this, but that's part of why we're opening up our rib cage in the back or whatever. We're going to need to create vibrations in our whole body. The sound cannot just come from here, or people will not be able to hear you. And if you're working in the round, even more difficult. Be aware, like where the audience is and what line you might be delivering, and make sure sometimes you might have to spin around to deliver a line to make sure everybody gets it. It's a challenge in working in outdoor theater, especially. Making sure that you can be heard at all times. So it's a full body experience. It's why the release of the body is important, and why breath capacity is certainly important. So let's see, where were we? We did a little nya, nya, nya to get it up there, and then we want to get it forward with an ooh, way forward, ooh, baboon, woo, 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 way here. Think of you should feel the vibration on your lips, and you want to make sure that that sound is placed here, right? And then ooh, into and you want to keep that forward, not pull back. This would be pulling back. You want think up. Ooh, Nothing changed there in the placement. I don't know if you heard that. Nothing changed. All I did was open my mouth, change the shape of my mouth. Ooh, a little glottal there. Let's just try it again. Ooh, I always think of, here's one thing I did, think of the voice coming from outside you, like right in front of you, from the ground up here and out your instrument, right through the vocal folds and out your instrument, not being generated from here, but generated from the earth, is giving you the impulse to say something, the nature that you're grounded to, through your instrument, your breath, and then out. So, ooh, ooh, you can never do enough oohs and do ahs. Do that all day. Do it in the car on your way to rehearsal. What else do I got here? Yeah, we did that. Okay. Now let's just work on the articulators. Pretty standard stuff. My favorite is, as I think I hold tension in my tongue. I like to brush. This is a little gross, by the way. Or could be. Depends on your perspective. I just like to give my tongue a little brush. Like that. Brush my teeth. I'm sorry, my teeth a little brushed with my tongue. That's what I meant to say. Kind of roll that around. You can hang it out here. It's a great thing. I don't have a piece of gauze, but if you got 15 minutes, seriously, 15 minutes. Little piece of tissue or a little gauze thing, just hold on to your tongue. You'll slobber a little bit, and it could be a little gross, but at the end of it, you'll feel how leathery and light your tongue is. You'll love it. Lips, right? So tongue, lips, you can do the little baby face, big face, so little mousy, and then yeah. Always feel free to make sound. Yeah, and then mousy, mousy. like that. Just get all of this moving. You got a ton of muscles in your face. They all got to get worked out, all right, because they're going to be speaking a lot of text very quickly. So that's a few things. Lip trills or bubbles, raspberries. Throw some range into it. Play around with that one. That's a lot of fun. Do it with the kids. We talked about that. Okay, I think that's it. And then, classic tongue twisters, whatever you like. I'm working on a show right now, so I picked some of those. 20 to 1 is trussed up in a trice. 20 to 1 is trussed up in a trice. A dainty duke whose doughty dismal fame. A dainty duke whose doughty dismal fame. We're twined together, 'tis most two true souls. It's most true two souls, that's right. A white horse, forth for to ride. And then some of the standard ones. Topeka, bodega, bodega, Topeka, Topeka, bodega, bodega, Topeka. Red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather. What else you got? There's a ton of them. I was going to put, my favorite. I wish to wash my Irish wristwatch. I wish to wash my Irish wristwatch. I haven't gotten it yet. I wish to wash my Irish wristwatch. Okay, so that's a good one if you can do that. Peter Piper picked a peck of poison pickled peppers. How many poison pickled peppers should we eat? Okay, that is it. And as I said, all of those things, we're at like 20 minutes here. All of those things could be done for a longer period of time. More breath work, always opening up the capacity, working on stamina. Voice, outsize, power. You develop power with your breath, not from pushing. So you need breath capacity, you need expansion of the rib cage and full breath. And then I like to sing show tunes, so that's how I do it. But you can always just talk all the way through the range. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. And I encourage, I know sometimes small spaces, not everybody has the luxury of having a stage to work on. Go outside, pick a place, pick a tree far away from you and just gently talk to the tree. Work out to the tree and get your voice out there. You should be tired, a little bit tired, vocally tired at the end if you're doing Shakespeare in the part and you're working on your lines or whatever at the end of it, depending on the size of your role, of course. But if you're doing Hamlet or whatever, you're doing Amelia, you're doing Arcite, I expect that Theseus, you'll probably be vocally tired. And you should be without injury, without hurting yourself, but you should feel vocally tired. I'm a little vocally tired right now. Probably because I'm also drinking some iced coffee. Water. Drink water. Coffee is dehydrating. You're going to need a lot of water. So I'm going to switch to water in a second. So I'm going to cut this here and I'm going to go down on the floor and just give you two other things here as I reset. Okay, coming down. All right. Old age. Here we go. I'm here. Okay, little squat down here. Great way to spend some time. I mean, I think they say for mobility, everyone should be doing squats like this and hold it for 2 minutes. I've recently had a knee problem, and so I don't know if I got 2 minutes in me. But this is a great way to get the breath down. It's hard to breathe in your chest when you're in this position. Give yourself a bear hug too. Open up the back while you're doing it. And then I also, because the breath is so deep, I'm gonna have to support myself. Okay, the Utes, the Utes can do this. Oh, the dog is down here too. And then I just like to take one line at a time. This is how I like to memorize here. And I come up with the breath, which is in as deep part of my body as I can. You valiant and strong-hearted enemies. You valiant and strong-hearted enemies. Bow down your stubborn bodies. Oh yeah, how about that for a line? That's art meeting life right now. Bow down your stubborn bodies. Move, knees. Okay, and I got the dog here. You valiant and strong-hearted enemies. Bow down your stubborn bodies. You valiant and strong-hearted enemies, bow down your stubborn bodies. And as the gods regard you, fight with justice. And as the guards regard you, fight with justice. All right, so she says that we're done. That's just a squat. Use the squat for getting the breath down, and then I like to memorize in that position or sometimes in the child's pose, because you also have your breath in a really low place. And so that's a great place to make sure that you're accessing your full body and your full breath system as you learn your text. That's it. The only other thing I'm going to say, can I pick up the dog? No. Finally is this warm down, right? If you're vocally tired and you've had a really, sorry, I'm getting back up here. You have a really strenuous workout. Light humming, just allow, there'll be a lot of extra blood in the, what happened to my mic? Extra blood, so just, at the end of a show, you've got a little warm down there just to release any extra that's in the vocal mechanism and just allow yourself to warm down. I guess it's that simple. All right, that's it. Let me know if you have any questions. I think you can reach me through the website.